Hello friends, myself Bansode from RBNB College, Srirampur. And friends, in our last video, we have started the poem The Inchcape Rock from our 12th standard syllabus, and this is the third poem of our syllabus. In that last video, we have seen that the abbot of Aberbrothock, he placed the Inchcape bell on Inchcape Rock. And why he was placed that bell on Inchcape Rock? Because this bell was given hints, or you can say the warning to the mariners or the seafarers about that perilous rock, about that Inchcape Rock, especially when that rock was hidden under the sea waves, when the sea level was rises high, or when the sudden storm came. But in a spring season, on a particular day, Sir Ralph the Rover, who was a sea pirate, he cut the warning bell. And why he was cut the bell? Because of jealousy. He was jealous about Abbot of Aberbrothock. And why he was feeling jealous about Abbot of Aberbrothock? Because the mariners, when they could save their lives from the perilous rock, because of that warning bell, these mariners, these seafarers blessed the Abbot of Aberbrothock. They thanks to the Abbot of Aberbrothock. So the Ralph was feeling jealous about the Abbot of Aberbrothock. Now see the next part of the story, or you can say the next part of the poem. See the 10th stanza of the poem. Down sunk the bell with a gurgling sound. When Sir Ralph the Rover cut the bell, when the bell was cut down, this bell was sinking down under the water, this bell sinking down under the sea. And when that bell was sinking down, that made the gurgling sound. Here onomatopoeia is used and it emphasizes on the sound. The bubbles rose and burst around. When the bell was sinking down, the bubbles were rose and they were burst around. Quoth Sir Ralph, the next who comes to the rock won't bless the Abbot of Aberbrothock. Quoth means said. Now Sir Ralph the Rover said that the next who comes means the next mariners, the next seafarers who came near the Inchcape Rock won't bless the Abbot of Aberbrothock. Now they couldn't bless the Abbot of Aberbrothock. Why they couldn't bless the Abbot of Aberbrothock? Because now there was nothing on Inchcape Rock to give them warning. So the mariners couldn't hear the sound of the warning bell, they couldn't save their lives, and so they couldn't bless the Abbot of Aberbrothock. Because of the jealousy, the sinful act was done by Sir Ralph the Rover, and he was feeling happy on this thing, on this sinful act. Now see the next stanza. Sir Ralph the Rover sailed away. He soared the seas for many a day. See, when he cut down the warning bell from the Inchcape Rock, he was roaming in the sea. Soared means travelled freely. He was roaming, he was wandering on the sea and carried out his evil activities there. And what were the evil activities done by him in the sea? And now grown rich with plundered stone, he steers his course for Scotland's shore. What evil activities done by him? See, he soared the seas for many a day. For many days he was sailing in the sea. He was wandering, he was roaming in the sea. And why? And now grown rich with plundered store. What is the meaning of plundered store? Plundered store means big amount of looted wealth. It means that he was looting, he was robbing the seas. He robbed, he looted the ships in the sea. And it is possible there that when some ships get accidents or met accidents crashing to the Inchcape rock, this ship or these ships were robbed by him. These ships looted by him. Now he steers his course for Scotland shore. Now he was a rich person. He was a rich man with all the looted treasures, with the looted wealth. He became a wealthier man. He became a wealthy man. And now he steers his course for Scotland shore. Now he wanted to go back to the Scotland. He was going to the Scotland shore with his ship. And this is the significant one. Scotland shore. This is significant one. Why this is significant? Because where he did his evil job, where he did his sinful act on Inchcape rock, that Inchcape rock was on the Scottish shore. So here is the possibility that he was once again going to the Inchcape rock and something may happen there. Now this is the connection between it. Now see the next stanza. So thick a haze overspread the sky, they cannot see the sun on high. When he wanted to go back to the Scotland, when he was set journey to the Scotland, at that time, on that day, see the atmosphere. When he cut down the warning bell, at that time spring season was going on, it means that he was very happy, the atmosphere was happy, atmosphere was cheerful. But now see, when he sets his journey to the Scotland, how the atmosphere was. So thick a haze. Haze means thin mist, fog. So thick a haze overspreads the sky, they cannot see the sun on high. See, this haze signifies us, this is symbolic one, and what is symbolic? It is a metaphor. And what is the metaphor? It is metaphor for gloomy and suspenseful atmosphere. The atmosphere was gloomy one, and on that day when he was sailing to Scotland, the sun is hidden behind the thick fog. The thick fog spread over the sky, so they couldn't see the sun. It means that sun was not shining brightly on that day. The wind hath blown a gale all day. At evening it hath died away. See, the wind hath blown a gale all day. When the day was started, the atmosphere was gloomy one and they couldn't see the sun because it is hidden behind the thick fog. And now the wind hath blown a gale all day. It means that there was strong wind. So they couldn't did anything there. At evening it hath died away, and that strong wind that blowing, which was blowing so strongly all the day, it was stopped blowing in the evening. In the evening the storm was stopped. See the next stanza. From this stanza, from 12th stanza, we see the gloomy atmosphere. See the next stanza. On the deck, the rover takes his stand. So dark it is, they see no land. On the deck, the rover takes his stand. It also suggests that the rover was fearful one. Now he was afraid because of the atmosphere, and he was stand on deck but cannot see any land around him. So he was much more worried about this thing. Quoth Sir Ralph, it will be lighter soon, for there is the dawn of the rising moon. See, he was also afraid, and his crew was also afraid because the gloomy atmosphere, because of that sudden storm. And here Sir Ralph the Rover wanted to say to his crew that when the moon come, at that time they could see near them. When the moon rises, there were moonlight, and in moonlight they could see the land. They were able to see the land, or they could see around them.